Hello everyone, welcome to our GenAI Mastery series on Tokenlal. This series we are creating for everyone like students, working professionals. We will make GenAI very easy. Those who think they are left behind with all these buzzwords like VectorDB, LLM, agents, MCP server, we will make sure after this series they will be experts. So now I can show you like we have created this very cool website which you can refer later if you want to read how all these things work. So these are some course modules which we are going to cover as part of this series. So like we will be like teaching you how to make your first LLM call, like then how embeddings and rag pipeline works, then how you can efficiently do the prompt engineering, how you can create the chatbots, AI agents, MCP server. So all this we are going to cover in this entire series and many more things. So let's start with our first module, which is making your first LLM call. Okay, so now in this module also, like these are the things we are going to cover. Like we will make sure your environment is set up and ready, then you will be able to make your API call. Okay, so now uh, what is generative AI? So generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that can create new content like such as text, images, audio, video, code or anything by learning pattern from existing data. Like it will not just analyze or classify data, it will generate something new that didn't exist before. Okay, so you might have seen that trend some days back which went on live on Grook and Chat GPT for generating the images. And yeah, I mean basically you can generate new content based on your simple English language prompts. Okay, so now what else, I mean what you can build with generative AI? You can build your chatbots, you can build document intelligence, basically like you can put your you can put your data, your documents, and then on top of that you can ask any question from that document. You can generate your code, you can create your content like social media posts, social media content, you can write your emails, right? You can create AI agents. Okay, so these are some popular AI models like GPT-4, Claude, Gemini, Llama, DALI. DALI was previously being used to generate the images. Now it's been integrated in ChatGPT itself. Internally, this is what it's getting used to generate your images. Okay. Now we'll set up our environment. Okay. So first of all, you want to make sure that like Python is installed in your system. How you can check it? You just need to hit this command Python 3 uh, minus minus version. If this is coming, then yeah, you have Python installed. Okay, if not, you need to, for Windows you need to download from this, from for Mac, like if you have Brew package manager you can install it, and from Linux this is the command. Then simple project you can create in your system. Okay, like uh, uh, GenAI tutorial or anything, first API call you can create it. Now coming to this critical part, virtual environment. So what is virtual environment actually? Like if you are working on multiple projects, so for each project you will have one environment, right, where you will put your dependencies, so they will not conflict for from each other. Like your project 1 requires OpenAI 1.0 dependency, but your project 2 required OpenAI 1.5 dependency, right? So for each project you will install your dependencies separately so they will not disturb the other project, right? So now how you can activate and install the dependencies, I'll tell you. So you need to run this command python 3 minus m venv, and then name of your virtual environment, like okay, you can give it like this. It will generate the virtual environment like this. Here all your dependencies will be residing. Now how you need to activate? So this is the second command, source your virtual environment name, bin activate. Once you will hit this, your environment will be activated, and you can see here as well. And this was the virtual environment which got generated. I'm not doing it because my dependencies are residing in venv virtual environment, which is this. Okay, so now next part, installing the packages. Okay, so basically in this project I am defining all my dependencies in this requirement.txt file. You can take this file as a pom.xml from java, package.json from node. Similarly, here in Python we use requirements.txt. So now since we have activated our virtual environment, you can see here, now we need to install our dependencies. So what you need to do, you need to just simply hit this command pip3 install -r and then requirement.txt file name. Okay, as soon as you hit enter, Python will try to install all the dependencies here. See, these are the dependencies which got installed. Okay, so now we have set up our environment, we have installed all the packages. Now we need to get our API key. Okay, so coming here, now how you can get your API key. So in this entire series we are using Gemini because Gemini is giving some free requests per day. Okay, whereas in OpenAI there is a cost associated with each and every call. Okay, so as like I'm making this series for students as well, so they can utilize Google Gemini, whereas like if anyone is a working professional, they can get OpenAI key from their organization. Okay, so now I'll show you how you can generate the API key for Gemini. You just need to click on this URL. Okay, as soon as you come here, you can click yeah, you can see the default Gemini API key. If you will click on this, you will see your API key here. This you need to copy, and we have this environment file, basically your environment variable like you use in every project. You need to paste your environment key here. Okay, and then you are good to go. Okay, so I hope everyone has got their API key. Okay, now I'll tell you how you can make your first API call. Now our environment is set up. We have activated our virtual environment. Now we have got our API key as well. Now I'll explain how you can make your first API call. So I am using one simple function calling the Gemini. So I'll tell you what else we are using here. So we are importing Google.generative AI, the same dependency which I mentioned here. Okay, I'm importing the same package here, and then we are loading our API key from the environment variable. We are configuring it in our object. Okay, and then this is our prompt. So prompt is basically the query which you fire. Like you can take example of chat gpt, whatever question you are asking, you can put it in prompt, and then we are loading the model. So I'm using this Gemini 2.5 flash light because this will work faster. It is useful for smaller tasks. You can use GPT-3, GPT-4 and all respective OpenAI models, and then you can just call model.generate content. It will generate your content. So it is this simple. Okay, now I'll show you uh, how you can done it. You need to just do python 3 and your file name. Okay, so it has generated the content. Our question was like, what is generative AI? It has answered like generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence and blah blah blah. Okay, so it has generated all the content. Okay, you can try with some other examples as well, like what is factor db. Okay, okay, let me hit it again. So our question was what is vector db. Now it is explaining what is vector db, similar to ChatGPT UI what we do. Okay, so now using this function you can call your LLM. You can use any model which you have access, and then you can simply call this and uh, you can get the response. Okay, now let's come to system with user prompt. So what is the difference between system and user prompt? So basically system prompt defines our persona. I mean, whatever LLM calls we are making, we can define how it needs to behave, what will be the persona of that agent or that LLM call. And user prompt will be nothing but your user query itself, whatever you are asking with that LLM. So now let me show you some examples. Okay, so here in this first example I have defined my system as like you are a professional business email writer, write clear, concise and polite emails. Okay, so in this system prompt we can define its persona, we can define its negative prompts, like if we do not want to return any kind of response, like if we do not want to return any abusive message or anything, I mean you can write negative prompts as well in this system prompt. Okay, and your user request is nothing but your user query. So now let me try to run this. So see, we ask like write an email to my manager requesting a day off next Friday for doctor's appointment. Okay, and this was our persona. So see, it has written the email considering this system prompt. If you will read it you will understand that. Okay, it will behave as a professional email writer. Now coming to our second example. Okay, where we are saying that our system is basically expert Python debugger, and it can debug our code. So this is our user query, where we are putting our code and asking this system to debug our code. Okay, so now let me run through this example as well. Okay, so we provided this user request, you can see that, and we are asking LLM to fix this code or tell what is the issue. So it is basically explaining what is the problem, what is the fix for that. So this nothing but like in this system prompt basically we will define how our LLM will behave, what will be its persona, and then we can fire our user query. Okay, now let's come to our next point, temperature control. Basically we can fine tune our LLM response. We can pass this temperature parameter. So what this temperature parameter will do, if value of this temperature parameter is low, then our LLM will respond in more factual and consistent manner. If we will increase the value of this, it can be more creative or it can give more random answers. So if you want to be if you want to make our system more consistent, then we will keep our temperature as low as possible. Okay, so now via this we are ending our session. I will be posting my sample repo. You can try and test it. You can post any query in our comment box, and if you have liked our content, please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.